So I'm about to run to Home Depot. I'm gonna buy some wood. I'm gonna make some shelves, and those shelves are gonna go right here. I'm gonna take down that TV. I'm gonna fill in this space right here with shelves, and I'm gonna put all my books on there along with some photos and some knickknacks and stuff like that. And because right now my books are just spread out all over, and I want to get them into that space right here. And with that, ultimately, that's going to be the background when I do some stand-up type YouTube videos. I'm about to start, and I hope to finish in this whole video. So right now it's Saturday afternoon at 4:30. I'm hoping to have things up I'm hoping to be done with this by Sunday night. And I have other things I got to work on too. So it's going to be pretty quick. It's going to be pretty rudimentary. I'm not going to make this super fancy, but I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. So that's that. More to come. Okay, so we decided to go to Lowe's instead of Home Depot because it's a little bit closer, and Lowe's has a slightly less crazy parking lot, but only slightly. The Home Depot here near us just has a horrible traffic pattern. We are also, I gotta return these. I gotta recycle these fluorescent tubes. I'm hoping Lowe's will accept them. It is now 5 o'clock. So one of the great things is that, Home Depot and Lowe's allow dogs to come inside, and so Levi likes to go to Lowe's and Home Depot just as much as I do. I don't own a circular saw. It's a good investment, so that way I can cut future things. But now I gotta pick out which one I want. I think I've got my wood. I'm getting, these are 10-inch wide pieces, and these here are 10 feet, and I got some 8 feet. So that's what I'm gonna make the shelves out of. I only smashed my finger once, so I'm doing okay.
This one's not. Thanks. Have a good rest of the weekend.
Here, will you hold on to that for me? All right. Yeah. Thank you. Well, because these things are so long, I had to put them on top of my car. So I got them ratcheted strapped down, and I'm pretty sure that's going to stay. I guess we'll find out, but I'm pretty sure. What do you think?
It's secure.
It is 7:30, and I haven't made much progress since the store. So I think we got dinner planned. So most of this is going to have to wait till tomorrow. That means cutting, painting, and installing. That's going to be my whole Sunday. So I'll keep you updated. It is Sunday morning at 11:30. You can see I have zero shelving. I'm actually rethinking my whole plan at this point, because the wood that I bought is really heavy, and I think I just don't want it to be that heavy. So I'm currently researching different shelving ideas, trying to come up with something that I can build or buy that'll work well for this space. Now, one of the tricky things about this space is the distance from the wall to this shelf right here. It's 10 inches, and that's pretty narrow. So most of the stuff you buy off, buy off the shelf is a little deeper than that. So that's the situation I'm trying to solve for. I'm also trying to keep the cost low, and I don't want to destroy the wall too bad by putting a bunch of holes all in it. I don't want to have to patch this wall like crazy if I take the shelves down. And so anyway, so far this project, it's not going so well. Okay guys, I've decided to keep going with the shelves I have, except I didn't buy the right length. I'm changing my plans just a little bit, and the 10-foot length is not going to work, and the 8-foot is not going to work, so I'm going to take all this wood back and return it and get 2 12-foot pieces instead. I'm going to do brackets. I'm going to pick those up, and I think instead of paint, I'm going to stain these, so I got to buy some stain. So back to the store before I even get started. But those of you who've done DIY projects, you guys know what that's like. Alright, so I'm in the Lowe's parking lot, and I'm taking the wood off the roof of my car and putting it onto this cart. And as I was taking the wood off, I broke part of my cart. Take a look at this. See that piece? I hit it with a piece of wood, and it just broke it. So another casualty in my DIY efforts. We'll just keep going, see what else I can break. So I'm looking for a bracket that'll hold these shelves. I actually want to mount it upside down in reverse, so the shelf sits on this part and this part screws into the wall, and it'll be there. It's kind of a compromise between invisible mounting and bracket mounting. So, but this bracket right here is too small, so I gotta find another one, but I can't find a bigger one of these. So I've been looking at all these brackets, and I think I found a couple options. But my idea would have to involve unscrewing that centerpiece, which can be done. Just take this little decorative part out and just use the bracket. I found a couple different options. These are almost the right size, but I found this more fancy, more expensive one that's even bigger. And because I got such large shelves and heavy shelves, I think the size of this bracket makes the most sense. It's $9 per. I think I need about 4 per shelf or so, because it's going across 12 feet. So anyway, that adds up. So I went ahead and just already took this apart in the store because I wanted to test the strength of this bracket. If it's going to be books sitting on here like this, I want to test and see how strong it was. And this thing is not strong at all. It's made of I guess brushed nickel, and it's just decorative. And so I feel like with a lot of weight on there, it just bends. I can bend it with my hand. Whereas this bracket, which is smaller, but it's made of steel, I can't bend it at all. And so even though it's smaller, this may work a lot better. I don't think the length, I wanted length on this, but it's just so weak, I don't think it's going to work. So I may end up going with this, but I'm going to try and ask around and see if I can find bigger versions of this. So that's where we are right now. So I decided to switch my shopping from Lowe's to Home Depot. Home Depot had a couple of brand name items that I wanted to buy that Lowe's doesn't carry, and I'll show you what those are once we get there. But it's 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock on Sunday, and right now I don't even have any. I have nothing. I'm almost pretty much back to square one or zero or whatever the phrase is. So I'm not very optimistic that I'm going to get this done by Sunday night. I'm indecisive and having trouble putting the plan together accurately in my head and matching the plan I do have with reality. So anyway, we'll just keep going. We'll see where we go. I already have Milwaukee branded tools, and so it decided it just makes sense to go ahead and just keep expanding on that brand, so I don't have to have different batteries for different chargers and for different tool sets. So Lowe's doesn't carry Milwaukee brand, so I had to come to Home Depot, and I think I'm going to exchange my DeWalt circular saw for a Milwaukee circular saw, and I'm also needing a drill, so I'm going to get a Milwaukee drill. So that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm doing. 5:30 here, and I'm still shopping. I've got my drill, I've got my nails, got a stud finder, got my stain. I need to get the lumber, but I can't find the brackets that I need, so I might have to order those, and that'll delay the whole project. So I'm gonna look around a little more, then I'm gonna get my 12-foot sheets of lumber. I'll be on my way. Found what I was looking for. These are 8x8-inch steel brackets. So I've got them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'll get 2 more. There we go. Those are $5 a piece. So I was ready to give up, but I finally asked somebody if they had any ideas, and they pointed me here, and here they are. So perfect. That's just what I needed. I think they'll hold, and I think I'm ready to go. It is now 6 o'clock on Sunday. I'm leaving Home Depot. I've got what I need, and I'm ready to go watch some football. So we'll reconvene next weekend, perhaps. Talk to you then. All right, so it is Monday at 7:45 p.m. I'm sanding those boards a little bit before I stain them, just to make sure it gets a little bit of, just to make sure there's no splinters and that there's any surface residue that just got, kind of sanded off real quick. So I gotta do both boards and then wipe it off with a white paper towel and let it dry, and then stain it and let it dry overnight. That's my plan. Okay, it is 7:30 on Tuesday night. I'm going to continue staining these pieces of wood and let them dry tonight, and then maybe later in the week I will hang them up. Or maybe I gotta wait till the weekend, I don't know. But here they are. Let's take a look at how it's looking. Overall, I think they came out just a little darker than what I was hoping for, but I think they look fantastic anyway. I'm actually really pleased. So perhaps my judgment was wrong, and this is what I should have had, because I think they look great. Now I'm going to flip those boards over. I'm going to stain the backside and the other edge and let that dry, and then I think I'll be done staining and I can go install them. Okay guys, it is Saturday. It's about noon, and you can see I don't have any shelves yet, but that's what I'm about to work on. I'm about to clear off that space and install my shelves. So here we go. This is going to be pretty important, and so is this. Look at that. The wall is cleared off for the shelves. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure that distance. Now I've measured it before, but I didn't have a long enough tape measure, so I had to do it in sections, and I feel like my math was iffy at best, so I bought a new tape measure. It goes up to 25 feet, so I want to get the precise measurement so that those pieces of wood just kind of sit in there perfectly. And I'm going to measure this like 17 times just to make sure I get it accurate, and then the old phrase, you know, measure 17 times and then cut once. That's my plan. I also got to measure the height because I don't know exactly how much space between this shelf, the first shelf, and the second shelf to put. And it's a possibility that I might even just put one shelf in here. We'll see what the measurements say. Okay, so the measurement that I'm looking for is I'm going to do 133 3/8 of an inch. These boards are 12 feet long. I think that's about going to be like a foot off the end. And I think I've decided I'm just going to do one shelf. And I may do some other shelves with the remaining piece of wood on a different wall, but I think after measuring that space and thinking about it and looking at it, I think just the one shelf is going to be the right height. So this is the cut, but at least the good news is I have a second board in case I screw up. Ready to go. All right, that's the only cut I need to make for this one shelf. Now I just need to figure out, I need to get those brackets mounted. I need to get this in there, make sure it fits properly. I mean, who knows, I could have cut that at an uneven angle, or I could have mismeasured or something like that. So who knows, I'm not very good at this stuff yet. Anyway, let's go find out. I remembered there's one more cut I want to make on this wood. I actually want to be able to run an extension cord or some power up on the back side of the shelf. Maybe put some lights up there or something. So I want to make a little hole in the corner for the power cables to go through. So I'm just going to take a quick little saw and I'm going to notch out one back corner on the far left. And that way I can run power. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. There we go. I knew this moment would come. I gotta go to Home Depot or Lowe's. Now, you can see I started to put that bracket in, but the screws I bought are just too long. I got 3-inch screws and they're going in fine for a while, but ultimately I'm stripping out the head. When it gets to the end, I can't get it to go in that last little bit, and it's starting to strip the screw head. And I definitely don't want that. I don't want to have screws I can't undo. So I'm gonna go get shorter screws. I might get a different kind. I'm not sure that I even got the right kind. And then I actually have to also get some for underneath to go from, like this, obviously you can see that's too long. So I'm gonna get some shorter ones. So off to Home Depot it is. I'm also gonna return some stuff that I bought that I don't need anymore. This is how this is how DIY goes. You just like, you cannot do anything without 5 trips to the hardware store. So I've got the brackets up. Now I just need to put the wood on top. I'm going to drill up and mount the wood to the bracket. And I think I'll be done after that. I think I'm done. That's it. That's the whole shelf. I'll take the camera over there so we can see it. But I think that's it. Okay, guys. I'm done. But you can see it's empty. I think it looks pretty good. Those brackets, remember those brackets will be a lot more hidden. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean up my mess. All that crap. And then I'm going to put the books on it. So let's do it like this. Let's take a look. And books. I have no idea if that really like timed out right. I did it kind of haphazardly. But you can see bookshelves. Now, I might have more books to add to it, and I'm going to rearrange it a little bit more and keep working on it. But that's the idea. Now, I do have a whole nother board that's stained and ready to become shelving, and I may find another place for it, but for now I'm done with that project. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all the drama of it all. It took way longer than expected. Way more trips to Home Depot and Lowe's. Way more money. I'm actually going to put the costs right here. How much I spent on the wood, the screws. I had to buy tools for it. The stain, and whatever else miscellaneous that I had to buy. So that's the total cost. I haven't added it all up yet, so, but a couple $100 maybe, I don't know. I don't know, let's take a closer look. Alright guys, so thanks for watching this video. It's not, typically I'm not that much of a DIY kind of home improvement kind of guy. I'm focused more on the digital stuff, but I've enjoyed this process. It's been something I want to do for quite a while. And just hit thumbs up if you liked this one. That way I know to keep making videos like this. If you didn't like it, just hit that thumbs up anyway. Or maybe don't, I don't know. Thanks for watching, hit subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on the next one.